It's Madden NFL 24, and we've got the Giants' superstar linebacker, who really led his defense last week with a 10-tackle game. It's the Giants and the Steelers on Monday Night Prime Time.
At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Tonight, it's the second of our Monday night doubleheader, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like two losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and see two road games to start the season and not have a letdown immediately. You got to fight against that. They've got to come out ready to play.
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" cornerback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Let's do this, man. Do your thing. All right, let's go get him down. Hey, let's go. Let's rock and roll. Oh, he's ridiculous. Let's ride. Come on, baby, let's do it. Play a little aggressive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. You talk about this Giant defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Now is 2nd and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Up past the 25 to the 26. A gain of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Back to throw. King. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Steelers had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. King. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Back to throw. King. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
The Steelers send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
We knew about the great mind coming out of Duke, and we saw the athletic ability and the potential. Watching it all come together and get better with each passing year, that's been fun. He can throw it deep, throw it short, and of course take off out of the pocket and beat you with his legs as well.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Throwing, Jones. This short throw caught by Goddard. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
You look at this Steeler defense.
It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Normally you want teams to gel late in the season, but this unit, they've been terrific right from the word go. Came in as the number 1 rated unit against the pass in the NFL after just 1 week.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
Now Jones. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
Pulled in at the 24.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. King. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's wrangled down right at the 45, but they're into enemy territory. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, Hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. King throwing on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. First carry now for A.J. Dillon. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, King. Caught here by Griffin. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
To throw is King on 1st and 10. Complete. Richardson has it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there at 22.
This one you can try and get a tight end in space. They like this matchup, so they're going to let their 2 receivers to his outside, run simple little short routes, hoping to suck up the secondary. And that'll free up space for their tight end on a corner route to make a big play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Off the bootleg. King rolling to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. King. And it'll be intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out there, a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened, but then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Jones. Flush to his right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
On 1st and 10, Jones. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Steelers are going to take over here up near the 40. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From the 46, here's 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. King. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
New York's offense back out there and set to go. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
An inside give to Jones.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Jones. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, Jones. They'll roll him out right. The flag comes in. It's incomplete, and I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go. Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. So he was clearly over the line.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Going to get a break here for an injury. Aaron Jones is in some discomfort down on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
They put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Tucker's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And they'll accept that penalty. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked on with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Jones. Going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. Third and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. Tucker's kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on fourth and goal anyway, but the sack on third down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And really, they're pretty fortunate right now to only be down 3-0 following 2 turnovers. They've got it now 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Here's King on first down. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 103 yards, and a touchdown.
When you turn in good, consistent performances each and every week, you will rank in the top 10 in the league in receiving yards. And he's number 7 currently, hoping to move up as time goes on.
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Off the play fake. King. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. King. He's got his running back
the tackles made at the Giants' 43. That's good for 28 yards.
Oh, that's a big let off there on third down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Back to throw. King. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
And now here's a carry heading left.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Off the bootleg.
King. He'll buy some time right. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that's all about moving the pocket on 3rd down so the defenders can't just go to one spot and find the quarterback. Bootlegged him out to his right against the grain, able to spot the open man, and got it to him for the 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. King. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Richardson.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. From the 21, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Back to throw. King.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it.
They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll run for it with Dillon. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
Now a play fake here on first down. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Anderson. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Looking to throw. King. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here. And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Williams now on the return.
This taken in right around the goal line.
Pass midfield. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Roughing the kicker. Defense. That penalty is declined.
You got caught.
Justin Tucker is set to kick off.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Steelers ready to take over on offense. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing again, King. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
The offense on third down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. King. Slant pass. Griffin's got it. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3rd and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a first down.
They'll look to throw again. They'll let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. King. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Running right, Jones. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's taken on the 25. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steelers ready for their next possession. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6.
Now a handoff running through the middle.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They go play action here on 1st down. Past the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Back to throw. King. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Off play action. King to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Off the play fake. King.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Back to throw again. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back.
And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, go right now. You know what we need, baby.
Now King. Off play action. This is caught. And he is out of bounds here. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. King eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
And his kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Off play action. Jones. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they have that one sniffed out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Jones throwing on 1st down. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. A check down here with Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that, 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the middle, Jones.
50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jones. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. Let's go.
Now Jones on 1st and 10.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage, and it was nearly intercepted.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3?
Giants. Brandon Ayuk, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Giants will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Tucker now to add the point after. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half with this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half. We'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Operating from the gun, King. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where you see the final score there. Matt Corral, 2 touchdown passes as his guys make amends for the setback in Week 1. Let's stay in the AFC West as we check on the Broncos at home in Denver. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Bryce Young, couple of touchdown passes as his guys win their 2nd straight to start the year. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that ball game as they beat the visiting Washington Commanders. Jahan Dotson, a touchdown catch in the victory. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way. Both of these coaching staffs feverishly making their final plans for the second half. One of these 2 teams is going to get their first win. And for the call, let's kick it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's Jones on 1st down. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Jones.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Jones now throwing on 1st down. It's caught. Beckham. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg. Jones. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Jones on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race.
And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
New York set to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now Jones on 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Fighting through, and he's got space. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. And we'll see what he can do on the return.
Well, following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Ready?
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down to about the 33-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now this is going to be a quarterback draw. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I'm not quite sure they got the spark that they wanted on 3rd down. In fact, I think they gave that spark to their opponent instead, because that big stop has galvanized the sideline and it starts their offense out with some momentum.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Off play action. Jones. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down and 6 now. Ayuk going to go in motion right. And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Jones. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Here's Jamie Gillandale as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This is taken at the 15. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. King over the middle, complete. That's Adams. 7 yards there and a 1st down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1.
Complete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. King. He finds his man. Complete. It's Griffin. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
The Giants going to take over again on offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. A give to Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Down to the 25. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Jones now on 3rd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Steelers are right back in this football game. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. King. And he
Let's get there. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And New York set to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Off the play fake, Jones.
Now this thrown deep for Slayton.
That's caught at the 25. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 41 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Steelers are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Looking to throw. King. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Back to throw. King. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 44, Jones. This short throw caught by Goddard. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one is Slayton over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing, Jones. Sliding out of the pocket. Complete to Jones. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Second down and 4. On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Complete. This is Mitchell. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Jones. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Now a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Jones to throw on third down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Steelers are right back in this football game.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and get his well to rest.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
On second down, Dillon.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
King now, off the play fake. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Second and 10.
Off play action. King.
This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. This is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
King on first down. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
To throw is King. Throwing on first down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, but it could have gone for more.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Operating from the gun, King. Complete. Richardson has it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 34-yard line. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Operating from the gun, King. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and a yard. Now he'll try to run with this. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he is caught. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Let's turn it up. Let's go, man. Come on with it, man. Let's go. Let's go.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. This is Dillon on the counter.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake, King. Then he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag.
Potential grounding offset.
We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down.
Looking to throw. King. Here's Griffin on the catch. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. This is 1st and 10. Here's Jones. Got a man. That's Ayuk. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Here's 2nd down. Now Jones.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Just the 1 timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Jones. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Throwing to start the drive. King. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Just over 50 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. King.
Pass complete. It's Adams. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Second and 6 coming up.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to put an end to a wild Monday night. And this one is right through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
And that flag accepted.
So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And the Steelers have won the game.
But Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us, not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So for Pittsburgh, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.